Good morning and welcome. Yesterday was a canning marathon day. I was busy from morning to night getting this Thanksgiving in jars put up. I did a bag, I had a big bag of cranberries in the freezer, and I took those out and I made whole cranberry sauce. And I love cranberry sauce. I eat it year round. It's so good. So I wanted to use up that bag of cranberries, and I'll show you how it's easier than jam putting up cranberries. And you don't have to pressure can it. You just water bath can it. So I'll show you that. So stay with me on this video for that. And then I cooked a whole turkey yesterday. I had a turkey in the freezer that I purchased back when they were on sale. And that's the last turkey I have in the freezer, and I want to pressure can it because you can do so much with a jar of the turkey meat. I'm going to be making a pot of turkey and pastry. I've got some pastry strips in the freezer I need to use up, and as part of the 3 Rivers challenge, I'm going to be making the turkey and pastry, and you can see that video on Sunday. But this video is in conjunction with the 365 challenge, where we're canning up 365 jars of food over the 2023 year. And that is hosted by Jill over at North Texas Vegetable Gardening. And I will leave a link to the playlist that has all of the videos that we're doing in that challenge. It's got Jill's, it's got Alabama Prepper. So look below in the description box to see that. But I'm going to show you step by step how to pressure can turkey meat. And this is perfect for soup, turkey and rice. I needed to finish filling up the canner, so I did 3 jars of turkey broth. But turkey casserole, there's just so much you can do with the pressure canned turkey meat. So stick around for that. And another tip, took all the bones in the skin and put it in my 22 quart roaster last night. So I've got a really good batch of broth, and about 8 cups of that is going to go in the turkey and pastry. And then the rest of it I'm going to freeze like this. I put it in a Ziploc gallon bag, and I lay it flat on the cookie sheet, and I freeze it that way. And so I'm going to be freezing some broth to have. You can make your rice with that broth. You can use it as a soup base. It's really good. It's so much better than store-bought. So I'm going to be finishing that up today. And I've got to get out the greenhouse and get some stuff planted and organized in there. But I just wanted to bring you along, so stay with me through the whole video and see how easy it is to water bath can cranberries and how to pressure can turkey meat. And then you've got Thanksgiving all year in a jar. So I hope you enjoy this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get going. So these are all the ingredients. It's just a big bag of frozen cranberries and a Butterball turkey. This was about a 13-pound turkey that I had in the freezer. There is the cranberries. This is it, and sugar and water. So the recipe is from the Ball hardcover book, and it's such an easy recipe, and it's my favorite. It's what I make every Thanksgiving. So the first step is to get a big pot, and we're going to wash those cranberries, pick out any bad ones, and then put them in a pot. That is 8 cups of cranberries, which is 1 whole bag. I'm adding in 4 cups of water and then 4 cups of sugar. That's all you need for this recipe. We're going to mix that together until the sugar has dissolved, and then bring it over to the stove and bring it to a boil. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like that canned cranberry sauce. My mom and I have always enjoyed making our own sauce. You could add some orange zest to this, or you could even make it with orange juice instead of water. I've done it both ways, and it is really good. So over to the stove we go. Now I'm going to bring this to a boil. I'm going to keep stirring until the water is clear and all that sugar has dissolved. And then once we bring it to a boil, you just let it kind of simmer at a low boil for about 15 minutes until all the cranberries have popped and it's gotten thicker in its consistency. Now you can see there's a foam on the top. You can go back and skim that foam off before you put it in your jars. I didn't this time, but you can, just like you would jelly. And then we're just going to put it in the hot jars and then just water bath can this. Same process before. I've got my jars hot and my cranberry mixture is hot. I'm going to ladle that in the jar, leaving a 1-inch headspace. And then I'm just going to wipe the rim off really good, debubble, and put a lid and a ring on. Now I water bath can this in the canner and process this at a roaring boil for 15 minutes. Then I cut off the heat, let the jar sit for a few moments, and then took them out, and they all sealed. Okay, now moving on to the turkey. I coated this very well with olive oil and salt. I took out the inside portions of the turkey. I'm going to put that in my broth in my 22-quart roasting pan. And then I cut up an onion and some carrots and stuffed that in the cavity. And I love these oven bags. They just work great. And I put the turkey in the bag in a 350-degree oven for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I also checked the internal temperature after it baked, and we were all good to go. The turkey was nice and moist. It's not a lot of cleanup with that bag, and I just love the roaster bags. Now, once it is cooled enough to touch, I take it out of the roasting pan, and then I just start pulling the meat off. Now my husband and I love turkey sandwiches, so the first portions I cut off I saved so we could have a turkey sandwich tonight. And that meat is nice and tender and juicy, so I'm just going to be taking it off the bone and then breaking it up into smaller chunks, and then we'll start the canning process. Now I took some of the drippings from that turkey and added 2 quarts of water and brought that to a boil, and so it's nice and hot, and I'm going to use that as the broth for the turkey meat. So I'm just packing the jars with the shredded up turkey meat. Not a heavy pack, but I did get a nice amount of turkey in each jar. And then I'm going to be adding in the broth and then leaving a 1-inch headspace. Then I'm just adding some liquid in, and it's really important that you go back and debubble after adding that liquid to get it all the way down to the bottom. So I'm just running the spatula along the sides, and then I can see that I need to add some more broth. And I'm adding a 1/2 teaspoon of canning salt to each jar. And that's all you need to do. I'm going to dip the paper towel in some vinegar because this is meat based. I want to make sure there's no grease or no meat pieces on the rim so I get a good seal. And you can see I've got the jar lid sitting in some hot water. And just put it on, put the ring on, and it's ready to go in the pressure canner. Then I followed the normal pressure canning procedures, letting it vent for 10 minutes. And I processed these pint jars for 75 minutes at 10 pounds of pressure. Now there's all the carcass and the skin. I'm going to fill this with water and let it cook all during the night, and I'll have some delicious turkey broth to put in the freezer. All right, it's late in the evening. The jars have finished, the pressure's down, it's time to take them out. Everything looked really good. Just pull these out. I did have to add in 3 jars of broth to finish filling up the canner. I got 6 pints of meat off of that 13-pound bird, and then we had sandwiches last night too. And then I'm just going to let these sit overnight. They all sealed within 2 or 3 minutes of taking them out of the canner. I was very thankful. And that's it. It's not a hard process at all. And I love my Cadco electric canning burner. I think Judy, one of my subscribers, wanted to know more information about this. I love this burner. I use it all the time. If I've got a lot going on the stove, I just pull this out. You can find this on Amazon by looking up Cadco electric burner for canning. They have gone way up in price. I was shocked to see the price now, but it's well worth every penny because I use it for all of my canning. And that is it. Last night I took one more video of them just bubbling up, and I was just so thankful they all sealed. And now I've got Thanksgiving in jars all through the summer months. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, friends.